Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich, and this is your outlook for October 28th, 2014. And we're going to have a very, very warm day today, and this is well above normal for this time of year. We're expecting 70s, low to mid 70s across the entire coverage area here today, so it's not going to feel like late October, but it will certainly feel like late October as we get into later in the week, and may feel like late November or December by the time we get to this weekend. So it's going to be one of those crazy weeks. You can oftentimes have this in the month of October where it just really can't make up its mind whether it wants to be warmer or chilly, and this is definitely going to be one of those weeks that will fit that bill. So very warm today. We have a southwesterly breeze today blowing, but not very strong. So light southwesterly winds will be coming out ahead of this next cold front, which will be moving through here on Wednesday. Now, this warmth that we're having, that we're expecting today, again, low to mid 70s across the entire region here. The warmth that we're having today is not expected to last very long, and we're going to go into Wednesday here. Here's a look at overnight. Tuesday night, and then we get into Wednesday. Here's Wednesday morning. Not really a lot of precipitation with this. See as it moves, cold front's still sitting here like this, like it was doing. So we hear your cold fronts like this, but there's not a lot of moisture associated with it. So again, you're not going to, as this moves east here, it's going to kind of fall apart to some degree. So you're really not going to have a lot of moisture with this. Just a few showers, but mostly cloudy conditions will be around for much of the day on Wednesday. As you get later in the day, you might start getting into more partly cloudy skies from northwest to southeast. So not all in all, not too bad of a day. With it's not a total rain out, in other words. And then this front will move off the coast here. And then we're getting to Thursday. We're getting another mostly sunny day with high pressure sitting over top of us once again. So very nice day once again on Thursday, but temperatures, of course, will be dropping back to near normal or maybe even slightly above for Thursday. But then we get into Friday. I think temperatures are going back to go below normal. Now, this is our next system that's going to be coming in for the weekend here. This system right here, and this is going to be leading the charge of the cold air that's going to come in here for the weekend, and it's going to be really cold for this time of year. As we get into overnight Friday night, we have some rain showers that are going to move across the area here. See the system well offshore here. It's a good thing this thing's running out ahead of it, because if it was not running out ahead of this system and this was able to catch it and phase it together, we'd have some real problems here, kind of like a Halloween 2011 storm all over again. But it is not doing that. This southern stream energy is going to be running out ahead of this other energy that's diving down south, so it will not catch it in time. It will catch it eventually, but it will be well offshore and won't be affecting anybody here in our coverage area for sure. Just be thankful again that southern stream's a little bit faster, because if it wasn't and this northern stream system was able to catch up to it, we'd be in trouble. But we do think we're going to get to see some snowflakes in many areas, and I say many areas, meaning northern areas. I think it's pretty much a certainty that you're going to see at least snowflakes here. I got to go to the next frame here. And here is a look at Saturday morning, and this is going to be early in the morning Saturday here. Across central PA, you have snowfall here. You have a dividing line. I'm going to get back to this. Take this off here a second. Here's this blue line here that I'm drawing right here. Everything northwest of this is 35 degrees. This is the 35 degree line. Your 32 degree line is up here. So this area here, anything within here, is accumulating snowfall. Now, it's not very heavy. Same thing as you get up into the Adirondacks here in New York. Anything up here north of that line is also below 32. So you're talking about areas up there that could get accumulating snow. I don't think you're getting into that in our coverage areas so much. You would not be surprised with the higher elevations you get above, let's say, 1,000 to 1,500 feet or so. You could get some accumulations on the highest elevations, the Poconos. But again, this is going to be very light. This is going to be very like snow showery. So I do think it's going to be rain showers for the most part, but you will have some flakes mixing in, and those flakes are going to mix in, I think, all the way down. All the way down here to maybe the Harrisburg area, lower Susquehanna Valley, all the way over to the Lehigh Valley, and into northwest New Jersey. I think this line here is where the line of demarcation is, so to speak, of where you could see flakes and where you would not. I think areas down to the south are just going to be too warm here. You won't see the snowflakes. But again, there's a big difference between snow falling and snow sticking. So if you get see the flakes, it's just a ooh-ah type thing. You're not going to be worried about, not going to have any impacts to driving or anything like that. Nothing accumulating that far south, we don't think. If something changes last minute, we'll let you know, but I really wouldn't get excited. There's really not that much moisture involved with the system either way. As we get into the GFS snowfall for this system, again, not really impressed until you get out here to western PA, central PA. You could get some minor accumulations here. This here that's showing the gray here, again, the model can't pick up on the difference between snow falling and snow accumulating. So the algorithms with this model are actually showing that you have a very light dusting of snow here, but again, the surface temperatures are not going to be conducive of anything sticking. So if you do have flakes falling, this is just showing me that yes, you will have flakes falling out of the sky, and you will have a chance to see some snowflakes early Saturday morning in these areas, but don't expect anything to accumulate in these areas at all. And what's going on, what's driving this weekend pattern, why it's going to be so cold? We have the remnants of Tropical Storm Anna that's going to be making landfall out here in the northwestern United States. So you have this big ridge that's created by this, and then a huge trough in the east here like this. So when you have a trough like this, you have all this cold air rushing down out of Canada here. Here's our system here that's leading the charge of that colder air. Here's our southern stream energy out here. Okay, so this energy is outracing this one as it's diving down, and like I said before, we're very thankful that this is moving out too fast, or you'd have a real problem here if these two phase together, and we'll be talking about some big snows, just similar to October 2011. But we are not going to have that on Saturday, so no, there's no chance of that. So don't ask. So we're not looking at anything on Saturday as far as accumulating snowfall, except again, if you get out the central mountains of central PA, you might get some accumulations, or maybe some of the highest elevations, again, generally above 1,000 feet, but more realistically 1,500 feet. So we'll keep an eye on that. But then one thing we're going to be dealing with here on Saturday for sure, even with these with the snow showers around, you're going to have a very tight pressure gradient here, so you're going to be very windy once again. Wind gusts to 40 miles an hour possible, maybe even 45 in some locations. So it's going to be very windy. High pressure behind it is moving in at the same time this low pressure moving away. So the pressure difference between the two is what's causing this gradient in the windy conditions. So that will be around for Saturday. Saturday you're going to be struggling to get out of the lower 40s in many locations, maybe even stuck in the 30s up here in the northern Poconos here. So it's not going to be very warm. You're going to have wind chills. They're going to be very cold that are in the 30s, and maybe even down close to 30 degrees in many locations, especially for central and northern areas. So it'll be a real shock by the time you get to Saturday. And then we go a little bit further here into Sunday. This high pressure here is going to move in, and this is going to take control of our weather for Sunday. So it's going to remain chilly. You still get the northwesterly wind component here. The winds will die down a little bit on Sunday, but we're going to be talking about temperatures that are going to be still stuck in the 40s for many locations on your Sunday, and we do think we're going to moderate as we head into next week. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for October 28th, 2014. Have a great Tuesday.